Hello, everyone, and welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, Larry McCarron, along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And Matt, your very first home opener at Lambeau, what will you remember most about it?
Well, it was always great coming away with a win, that's for sure. But it was a great atmosphere. The fans really showed out, and they were loud, and I thought they provided the spark that we needed, especially early in the game, to get us up to 21-0.
Matt, not only a 2-0 start, but a 2-0 record in the NFC North. That is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You always want to start fast, but we realize that this is a long season, so we've got to get better each and every day and take it one game at a time. So next up is another quality opponent in the Denver Broncos.
Well, if we could stay with the Vikings, because it's kind of fun right now. That fast start, 21-0 early in the second quarter. Was that something you were emphasizing during the week, getting off to a terrific start like that?
Yeah, that was one of our goals going into it, because if you looked at the previous week, what Minnesota had done to Atlanta, they got up on them. It was 14-0 after 2 series. So we wanted to, get up on Minnesota to kind of take them out of their game, because we knew they were going to be a team that wanted to run the football and then defensively try to pin their ears back and attack the quarterback.
Now, how do you get a situation on the very first play of the game? You get Davante Adams wide open for 39 yards. Was that, hey, I can't wait to call this play? How did that work out?
Well, we actually had 2 plays called, and if we got the press coverage, we were going to run what we call a throwback route to Davante, and he did a great job selling the route. The pass protection was perfect, and Aaron threw a perfect ball, so it was great execution by our guys.
Something else we saw early that we have not seen before, Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams in the same backfield. Do you like having a little wrinkle or two for every opponent, something new for them to adjust to?
Yeah, I think anytime you can present them with something that they haven't necessarily seen or prepared for, it gives you an advantage. So we had a couple plays that we wanted to get called with those 2 guys in the backfield, and those guys did a great job, again, executing.
Matt, it looks like you kind of like the screen pass philosophically, do you?
Yeah, I do. And, we had success when we hit Jamal on it, but to the Vikings' credit, they did a good job adjusting, and they kind of took it away the rest of the game.
Now, the whole Aaron wearing a wristband thing, big deal, no deal, how do you look at that?
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal personally. What it does, it allows me to get the play call into him a little bit faster, so he can get up to the line of scrimmage and really see what's going on from a defensive perspective.
Something else I found very impressive, because it's so critical to winning football games. You get the ball in the fourth quarter with just 3:14 to play, and you eat up the clock down to 6 seconds. That's real deal football there, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime, that is our goal. If we get in a 4-minute situation on offense, you'd like to end with the ball in your hand. Unfortunately, we did have to punt it back to them, but it was huge that our guys were able to go out and get 2 first downs, make Minnesota burn all their timeouts, and then I can't say enough about J.K. Scott and his ability to punt the football. He's been incredible.
Matt, you had both a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver, and you got off to that crazy great start. Is it good to put that kind of offense on tape so you can stand there and say, guys, this is what it looks like. This is how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I think it shows the guys what we're capable of doing, and we just got to be a little bit more consistent in our approach.
Defensively, I would think the headline act is your ability to take the ball away, once again.
Yeah, the defense did an incredible job. We ended up +2 in the turnover battle. They had the one on the very last play, but our guys are doing a great job of really attacking the football, and there were a couple more that we left out there that we got to capitalize on moving forward.
One problem defensively, the big play, the chunk plays. As you go forward, what's got to change to prevent those?
Yeah, I think it's just guys got to make sure that they're doing their responsibility. When you look at it, they had 5 plays that accounted for 231 yards of their offense, and so we've got to do a better job of when we are in position of making the play to prevent those plays.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, Kevin King. Stay with us.
I looked back at the quarterback, and I seen that was going on, and I kind of thought, like, okay, if I was a quarterback, I might throw this. I just put my head down and went and go get it.
Leaping interception. Kevin King's got it. Green Bay football.
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Bellin Health and by Fleet Farm.
5.5 to go. Can the Packers defense hold? Fake to Cook. Cousins bootlegs right. Chased by Dean Lowry. Lofts it right corner of the end zone. Leaping interception. Kevin King's got it. Green Bay football. A spectacular leaping grab.
Welcome back to Total Packers. Joining us now, Packers cornerback Kevin King. And Kevin, how does it feel not only to be 2-0, but 2-0 in the NFC North?
Oh, that feels great. You know, that's everything. That's what we talk about. You know, it's coming in and winning the North, getting back, you know, the Packers to dominate this division.
Kevin, of course, you played a humongous role in the victory over the Vikings. Can you take us back to the interception play? It's 1st and 8, first and goal on the 8, and you're playing off coverage across from Stephon Diggs. Take it from there. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, he just shot across the field, you know, and most times, you know, with that type of thing, it's a boot. Down the red zone, offenses love to do things to the defensive left, you know, on the side of the field. That's kind of just where they like doing things. A lot of boots and sprint outs and stuff that way. So I looked back at the quarterback, and I seen that was going on. I kind of just like diagnosed it. I seen that, you know, he had maybe like a little step on me, and I kind of thought like, okay, if I was a quarterback, I might throw this, you know. So I just put my head down and went and go get it.
You came across the whole width of the field, and it looked like Diggs came off the line of scrimmage trying to lull you to sleep a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah. You know, some guys like to do that. You know, they try to, you know, lull you to sleep a little bit, try to get your eyes in the wrong, you know, looking at the wrong thing, maybe think it's a run play, you know, so I won't see him, you know, just jet across the field. But, you know, my job on that play was to guard him. You know, all the other stuff is secondary. You know, my job was to guard him, so you got to keep your eyes on him.
Kevin, that leaping interception, pretty sensational stuff. Where does that rank in your football thrills?
It's definitely up there. Actually, I make a lot of interceptions like that, though. Honestly, that's just kind of I kind of want to run something back now. Though. That's what I want to do. I want to show them skills of running something back. So that's next on my list for sure.
Now, against the Vikings, you were playing on the right side, and you saw a lot of Diggs, but occasionally you saw some Adam Thielen. Now, when you face a different receiver, does your game change, or do you play your stuff regardless of opponent?
It really depends. You know, it really depends. It's a few different type of receivers. Most of the time, though, I play. You know, I play the way I play. At certain times, you have to have change-ups of things. You know, so they can't just know what you're doing every play. You know, but that's still within my game. You know, so I'm doing things, but most times I play my game. But you know, it's definitely a switch up in there. You know, every now and then. So you know. So they can't just get the beat on me.
Kev, do you know what your opponent quarterback rating is after 2 games this season?
No idea.
Well, by golly, I've got it. 58.3. Now that is special. I think it's right now second in the league, but that is special stuff. You guys got a really nice room, don't you? And by that I mean group.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody in that room is hungry. You know, everybody wants to be the best. You know, everybody really believes that we could be the best unit. You know, the best group, the best secondary, in the NFL. So, and really the best defense in the NFL. That's what we're trying to do. But we got to come together, just how we've been doing, and just keep on keeping on, because we're definitely on our way.
Now, against the Vikings, you drew an offensive pass interference call, as did Darnell Savage.
Right.
Now with the rule changes and so forth, are they calling that stuff different? Because in the past, offensive pass interference, you'd never see it. They had a couple in just one game.
Yeah. I think they're starting to look at it a little more. I think they're starting to see the subtleties of how very little things could make a drastic change, especially on a DB. But things that receivers are getting real good at and being real subtle at it, but it's making a huge impact on on our movements. So I definitely think they're starting to hone in on that stuff, which is good.
Now, there have been some additions to your defense this season, and I'm talking about Zadarius, Preston, Adrian, Darnell Savage. Have those fellows brought something not only in terms of their physical ability and skills, but also attitude-wise?
Oh yeah, of course. Z and Preston, those guys are vets. We didn't have too many veterans, on our defense. They definitely bring that knowledge throughout the league, that knowledge, that experience of just playing games, of being out there and have experienced a lot of stuff, And they just bring a different atmosphere. They kind of bring that vet swag. They kind of we do a lot more things together as a defense. Because that's the thing that they did on other teams. Things like that we're bringing along and kind of making it our own. That's something that's huge.
How big or how good can this defense be this season, do you think?
I think we can be the best defense in the NFL. That's definitely our goal. Sure.
Kevin, thanks for being with us. Continued success.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be back with more of Total Packers in just a moment. Welcome back to Total Packers. Joining us now, Packers defensive coordinator Mike Pettine. Mike, congratulations on your terrific start. And part of that start is a good old-fashioned sack and forced fumble, and it looks like it came out of your base 3-4 defense.
It did. This was 1st and 10, and they were in a something that we expected: 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and what we do is we play a lot of what we call cover 1, and everybody's got their man
Right across the board, huh?
here. That leaves us with free player in the middle, and then now we have 5 guys to rush the passers. We really liked our matchup, our front 5 against their offensive line. So just let it run here a little bit. You can see we do a real nice job initially with the coverage. So you can see where we are down the field. Locked on here. We have great leverage here. Still that deep help in the middle of the field. And now Blake has slid over. We were cautious about the back getting out, so we wanted to make sure that we weren't too aggressive with the add. Now against the tight end, we did add pretty quickly. Let's jump to the end zone view. So as the play starts, you're going to see Dean is going to take an inside entry. A lot of times, if we know pass is coming, that he basically is coming, and you'll see he's like setting a pick, and we tell Kenny if he feels it, he can use the pick. So you'll see kind of that develop as the play starts.
No, Dean winds up, I think, grounding 3 Minnesota Vikings in the pile.
And Kenny's athletic enough now to kind of get his feet out of the trash and loop around. And then Dean was Johnny on the spot there. We're glad that he just fell on it instead of some of those guys see the end zone pretty close and they think they can get up and run it. But it was overall just a well-executed play. But it started that he didn't have anywhere early to go coverage-wise. It was a good team defensive play. We had tight coverage down the field, and we won our matchups and got the ball out.
4 plays later, offense scores 21-0 Green Bay Packers. Mike, thank you. And coming up, game balls. Don't go away. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealer, by Johnsonville, and by Spectrum.
We stuck together and we got the job done. So hell of a job. Congratulations, you guys. Yeah. Hey, understand this is a process and we got to keep building. We got to keep building and get better each and every day. All right? But enjoy the win. All right? And get your mind right for another battle here next week versus Denver. All right? So enjoy it. Be ready to go next week. All right? Hey,
congrats, Coach, on your first home win and all that.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, bring it up. Bring it up. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. I tell you what, the effort there is there each and every day. All right? Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur. And Matt, it's time to hand out game balls. And defensively, you went with Kenny Clark. The bottom line says he had 2 tackles, 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, and 1 forced fumble. The bottom line is fine, but just in a football sense, the guy dominated, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in Kirk Cousins' lap for most of the game when they were passing the football, and then he did a great job in the run game. So we knew that was important going into it, that we had to take advantage of our guys' ability up front, and he came through for us.
Offensively, game ball goes to Aaron Jones, 116 yards rushing, and with his receiving yardage, 150 total. That guy is looking like a featured back.
Yeah, he did a great job. And not only that, I got to mention, he did a great job in pass protection as well, because they brought a free safety blitz where they brought Harrison Smith in, and he stoned him at the line of scrimmage. So really excited about Aaron.
On special teams, you go with Tony Brown, and coincidentally enough, Matt, I was at practice the other day and was watching him work on special teams, and he goes a mile a minute all the time. And you look at his body type, his skill set, his aggression, he's an ideal special teams guy, isn't he?
Yeah, Tony's going to give it his all in every situation, and he does it every day in practice, and it translated to the game, and he came up with the key blocked extra point.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away. Welcome back. Time for the last word from the coach. And Matt, the Denver Broncos, they're 0-2. They're coming off a game against the Bears where they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They're going to come in here desperate. That makes them a dangerous team, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think when you look at the Denver Broncos, first of all, new coach Vic Fangio, we all know what he did in Chicago, and they got talented players. You know, they got 2 of the premier pass rushers in the league. They got a veteran quarterback that's won a Super Bowl, so we definitely will. It'll be a great competition on Sunday.
Joe Flacco threw the ball 50 times against the Bears. That's not a good sign for an offensive football team, is it?
Well, it just depends. Every game's a little bit different, and we know the Bears' run defense is incredible. And like you said, that they had them beat there till the very end. So it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Matt, are you looking for more of the same from the home crowd at Lambeau Field? Because you certainly had it energized against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I think our fans really provided the spark that we needed to get us going early, and we look forward to the same thing this Sunday.
Thank you, Matt. Good luck against the Broncos, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.